Hey guys, hope everyone's having a good week. I miss everyone. B'ezrat Hashem, hopefully we will start classes in 2 weeks. B'li neder B'ezrat Hashem. It's been a hectic month. I've been moving apartments, so just been a crazy few months. But thank God, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. I'll have a little bit more time to get everything started again. I wanted to do a quick video on Tisha Beav since it is the saddest day in the Jewish history, and I think it really deserves a little bit of talking about. And there are some things, some important things that we need to know about Tisha Beav. The main reason why we do fast on Tisha Beav, and it's really one of the most important days in Jewish history, is because the first temple was destroyed. And when I say the first temple was destroyed, a lot of people don't connect with it because they say, okay, the temple was destroyed, but we never knew the Beit HaMikdash, we didn't know what it was. But when we're fasting and when we're sad on this day, we're not allowed to do a lot of things. It's really because we lost the unity that we had in Am Yisrael. And when we had the Beit HaMikdash, what we were able to see was Hashem's Shekhinah directly. And what that meant was that we would see just open miracles, things that would defy gravity, things that would defy nature, that would really give us that strength and the emunah to believe in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And unfortunately today we don't have that anymore. And in one of my classes I mentioned that Gan Eden is not a place, it's actually a state of mind. And that state of mind is really, it's the integration of nature and Hashem together. It's seeing Hashem in nature and seeing open miracles and knowing, okay, Hashem is here. And that's exactly what the Beit HaMikdash was for us. Now, unfortunately, because we don't have that, we don't have Gan Eden anymore, so to speak. We don't have that sense of, wow, Hashem is here. We feel the miracle. We feel the Shekhinah every day. And, there are some people who do feel that, Baruch Hashem, and there are those big tzaddikim who do feel that, but the average Jewish person, it's very difficult for him or her to connect with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that is because, number one, we don't have the Beit HaMikdash. We don't have the big Jewish leaders like Rav Ovadia Yosef, alav shalom. Those big leaders, unfortunately, are not with us today. We don't have, one strong big leader that really will guide the Jewish nation. And it's very sad. We're really fasting on this day because of a lot of things. It's not just the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash. It's the inability to see Hashem in everything. It's the inability to have such strong bitachon and emunah in these days. It's very hard. And so when you're fasting and you think about that, it's going to help you maybe connect with HaKadosh Baruch Hu a little more, for you to pray and to say, B'ezrat Hashem, please Hashem, give us the Beit HaMikdash back, so that we can have that peace, the peace that Hashem is with us everywhere we go, that Hashem is with us no matter what, that Hashem is the healer of all healers for somebody who is sick, that Hashem is the parent of all parents, if you need that love, if you need that support. And so we fast because of such a loss that's just extremely important. Some of that that I want to go over because maybe some of you don't know, and this is actually a new thing for me, but there are a few things that I actually just found out through some of the shurim that I listened to. So there are a few people who are not obligated to fast. Obviously, people who are very sick, somebody who has a very high fever, of course, doesn't need to fast. Somebody who is nursing or pregnant, especially this year, does not need to fast. There's no obligation whatsoever, because actually Tisha Beav falls on Friday night, and because it falls on Friday night, we're only doing it after Shabbat, so it's technically not Tisha Beav, and so it's a little bit more lenient this year, meaning that if you are pregnant or if you are nursing, you are not permitted to fast. You do not need to fast at all. Anybody who's sick, anybody who has high fever, somebody that just really doesn't feel good, if you fall into those categories, you're not obligated to fast. A few other concerns. So there are 6 main things that you're not allowed to do on Tisha B'Av. Okay, so you're not allowed to drink, you're not allowed to eat, you're not allowed to have any marital relations, so you actually have to sleep in a separate bed if you are married. You cannot sleep with your husband at all, not even just, lying down in bed, nothing. You need to be sleeping separately. You're not allowed to wear leather shoes. You are not allowed to wash of any sort. So, you shouldn't be showering. You need to, if you're doing Netilat Yadayim, it should be up to here, not the entire hand. There are some exceptions to that. So, for example, if you're cooking On Tisha Beav for your kids, you're allowed to wash fruits and vegetables, and you're allowed to, cover your whole hand. And this is, by the way, all the halachot of Rav Ovadia Yosef, and that's the main leader that we follow in the Jewish law with most of the Jewish nation. We follow Rav Ovadia Yosef, so I'm giving you all the halachot by him. He actually is the one who says a pregnant and a nursing woman does not need to fast whatsoever. A very important thing to know: if you are not fasting, you need to do Havdalah Saturday night, because people who are fasting are going to do it Sunday night. So before you're going to eat, if you're eating whether it's Saturday night or Sunday, you need to do Havdalah before that. So if everybody else is doing Havdalah on Sunday, you need to do it Saturday night. There's another posek, it's not Rav Ovadia Yosef, so I don't follow that specific person, that says you should do Havdalah the second you decide to eat. So whether that's like in the middle of Saturday night, or if it's Sunday morning, I would just do the Havdalah Saturday night, and that is only with wine. We're not allowed to smell besamim at all. Speaking of smelling, we are not allowed to put any creams, any perfume. Think about anything that gives you pleasure, you cannot really do. So, smelling good, you're not allowed to brush your teeth, by the way. You're not allowed to shower. The only exception to the rule for showering is if, I don't know, by any chance you're walking by a building and someone spills something on you, on your head, or you're full of, I don't know, bird poops on you, or things like that make you really uncomfortable. You are allowed to take a shower without conditioner, because conditioner is considered pampering. So you're allowed to use shampoo, body wash. You're not allowed to use conditioner. So in any of those situations, you are allowed. A woman who is changing her baby's diaper, you're allowed to wash your hands fully. You don't need to wash up to here. I'm trying to think of all the other things that I mentioned. You are not allowed to listen to any shiur Torah. You're not allowed to say Tehillim on Tisha Beav, because apparently it elevates the soul. And right now, we're in a state of suffering, and we're supposed to feel like very down. So we are not allowed to listen to any shiur Torah, except there are some exceptions, which is Musar, which I believe, for example, the shiurim that I give are considered Musar, except for Tanya. Mesilat Yesharim is allowed. I know Chovot HaLevavot, there is like an argument with that. I wouldn't take the chance, but the main halacha is there's no Tehillim, and the Shiurei Torah, there are specific ones that you're allowed to listen to, or to study and to learn. And I'm pretty sure those are the main things. I'm trying to think if I missed anything else. Those are pretty much the main halachot. I don't know if I mentioned you're not allowed to wear any leather shoes, so I usually wear flip-flops on Tisha Beav. And another crazy halacha that I learned that I had no idea about, and I think this is maybe a little bit more on the extreme side, but I know that it is it's not recommended to carry your baby and kiss the baby, because it's considered getting pleasure. Even playing with your baby and laughing, things like that. Just remember, your state of mind is really that, we lost a huge part of Am Yisrael, which is the Bet HaMikdash, the unity that we had, the Shekhinah of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So anything really that gives you happiness and pleasure, you really want to kind of suppress until Tisha Beav, unfortunately. And you just want to be in a state of really connecting with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and Bezrat Hashem to reconstruct the Bet HaMikdash, and that Mashiach will be here, Bezrat Hashem. I hope this was helpful in connecting to Tisha B'Av. I know that it's difficult for some people, and wishing you a very easy and quick fast, and a meaningful fast, Bezrat Hashem. And if you guys have any questions, hopefully I'll be able to answer them.